issue, but allow me to engage one or two officials to get to shed more light on what their meeting is all about and to tell us their reaction on this announcement by SRC. Starting off with your name, sir. Maybe what is your reaction?
Oh, thank you very much. My name is Frederick Okwacho, the chairman, Kupet Embu branch. We are actually dismayed by the proclamation by the SRC the other day that there's going to be a freeze on salaries and allowances increment for the next 2 years. And we want to tell SRC and the government at large that as officials of Kupet, we are not going to take it lightly and we are not going to take it lying down, because we started an agreement, an engagement with the SRC and TSC, an engagement that has to be adhered to, because SRC cannot come at the last minute to change the rules of the game. They brought CBA in order to tame teachers and in order to bring order in the education sector. And we have been abiding, we've been law-abiding teachers for the last 4 years, and we don't want to go back to the past where we used to have chaos in the education system. But we want to tell them that they brought CBA, we must stick to that CBA. We are not going to listen to any other language because it is them who brought that CBA. And on that note, in the teaching fraternity right now, teachers are overburdened. Remember that we lost almost a whole year to COVID-19, and teachers have been having a lot extra work trying to cover up the syllabus in order to bring the students back to school. There's a lot of guidance and counseling that we're doing. And even if you look at the recent review that SRC did on the job evaluation for teachers, you note that we had a lot of so many responsibilities that are on the teachers that are not taken care of. It is now very absurd that SRC comes right now to tell us that despite the added responsibilities on the teachers, we are not going to get any increment on salaries and allowances. And we want to tell SRC that without a review, without a new CBA, by the end of this month, we shall actually down our tools and go on strike. And we want to tell them that this time round it is going to be messy, it is going to be chaotic, and somebody is going to be a casualty. And it is not us, it is the government, not us.
Okay. Well said. Allow me to engage one more official. Maybe a quick one is that one of the important things to note from SRC is that the government, there isn't enough money, and that is why they needed to shelve plans on salaries. Maybe what is your take on this?
Thank you very much. I am Wawira Milliam, the Gender Secretary in Embu County. The government claims that there is no money, yet it has gone on record with the president saying that 2 billion is lost every day in this country in corruption. Where is this 2 billion coming from that it can't come to the teachers? Again, on the SRC, it has gone on record that they did some job evaluation for the teachers just before the previous CBA. And they said that the Kenyan teacher is underpaid and at the same time overworked. And that is why now we began this CBA journey. At first they began with the administrators, that is now for the first portion of the CBA, which is about to expire. And now this time round we wanted to go now to the overworked classroom teacher, so that now we review their salaries vis-a-vis how much they earn every month. And now at the same time, as they are saying there is no money, they are forcing us to save for our retirement. For real, when do we need this money? Is it now or later? So there's that provident fund that they have introduced to our pay slips. They have weakened us. They have weakened our pay slips, bearing in mind in this COVID-19, if it is affecting the government as they are saying, one thing, we as teachers are even more affected. Down here, we are more affected if the government itself has been touched. What about us here? We are buying masks. I mean, the cost of living has gone so high. So how do they tell us that for the next 2 years there's more money? And one, there's no money for us teachers. We know money is there for us, and probably someone wants to avert this money for other causes. And we want to remind the government and our employer, what we should be discussing are issues of things like maternity leave, where they're allowing a teacher only 90 days to be with a child, 3 months. Yet WHO says we need to breastfeed our children for 180 days. So they are taking teachers as children of a lesser God. And we are telling the TSC and the SRC that it is time we get our money. We've lost so many teachers to depression due to these salary cuts ovyo. We have lost so many of our teachers through suicide because they cannot make ends meet. So for now, we are not taking anything less than another CBA.
Thank you for your time. Well, those are some of the union officials, Kuppet union officials here in Embu, up in arms against the government, telling the government to be ready for a looming strike. I'm Mwege William, back to you in studio.
Thank you, Mwege William, for that. Now, the Registrar of Political Parties has absolved its office from accusation that it